I was enthroned as the Queen Mother of the African Diaspora for Benin Republic. And it's something that I take with great pride. I founded the Imperial Corps Agoodjie of the African Diaspora. And the purpose of the Imperial Corps is to preserve, transform, and expand the legacy of the Agoodjie across the Afro-Atlantic world. And by sharing and promoting their history, the Imperial Corps Agoodjie creates opportunities for spiritual agency and further discipline of the daughters of Africa on the continent and in the diaspora. The Agoodjie were these incredibly fierce women. And in fact, they were the most respected women on the African continent. And in a continent that valorized this notion of warrior queens, and in fact, we had actual warrior queens from the Dahomean monarch of Tassi Hangbe, who founded the Agoodjie, to Ya Asantewa, to Amariñas, Queen Amariñas of Nubia, to Queen Malika of Ethiopia. We have a legacy of women who have resisted domination, colonization, and the enslavement of their people. And in Benin Republic, by providing me with this post, by making space for all of us, we have a living connection between Dahomey and Ayiti. We have that connection of women, what we call Fanm Vanyan, warrior women, who are still fighting for liberation. In fact, a third of the Haitian army consisted of women. And in the Americas in general, we have people like Harriet Tubman, like Mama Tingo of the Dominican Republic, of Fannie Lou Hamer, of the three queens in St. Croix who set fires in the late 1800s for liberation. We have women like that historically, and we have contemporary women. Marta Morena Vega, the new vice president of Colombia. We have in the Haitian community, Ezri Danto. These are Fanm Vanyan. These are warrior women, and I'd like to think that somewhere I fall in that space. I occupy that space with them. Because the legacy of resistance, that Agbaria Toya, of Lieutenant Sanit Belair, of Queen Marie-Louise Christophe, all of these women, Dede, Basile, who were a part of the Haitian army, who were a part of our struggle for liberation, are women who have taught all of us the imperative of being a philosopher, of being an artist, of being a scholar warrior, of being priests, of being diplomats. These are things that my father told me it was necessary for a well-rounded African person to be. This is a legacy that I carry within me, and a legacy that I believe the women that I've mentioned historically and contemporary uphold as well. And so the connection between Benin and Ayiti is the notion of fighting for space, protecting space, and the people and the places that matter to you. And while some of us can critique the nature of how the Agoodjie, these legendary warriors, how they fought, what they did in Africa, may have been problematic in some instances. On the other hand, they were the last people, the last warriors to take a fight against colonialism on the continent. But their legacy, their training, their understanding of the priorities of a people, what needs protection, a willingness and an ability to lay down one's life for a cause, was manifest in Ayiti. And it is still there in that desire, that intensity that we see on the streets every day to protest against the oligarchies, to protest against oppressive forces in the international community who continue to exploit and extract everything that we have. So resistance, fighting, that training, understanding how one needs to give something up in order to get something else, to give up one's life to make space for the future, to make space for our children, is something critical. And this is the main connection that I see that the Agoodjie have provided all of us in the Americas, and understanding the power and the strength of women. It is unparalleled. It is unparalleled. So women have been centered in the history of Benin, in the history of Dahomey, and that centering was transplanted in the Americas as well. Their spirit was manifest throughout the Americas, and most fiercely in Haiti,